Let me at him!
Well, there it is. Curse of the Forsaken. Finale. Edge of Night. The next day, the Horde and Alliance forces prepare to leave Northrend. On a nearby cliff, Sylvanas ponders upon the future of the Forsaken and herself.
So, it is done. I had not dared to trust my senses. Too many times has the Lich King made me to be a fool. Finally, he has been made to pay for the atrocities he imposed upon my people. May Azeroth never fail to remember the horrible price we paid for our weakness, for our pride. But what now, hero? What of those freed from his grasp, but still shackled to their mortal coils? Leave me. I have much to ponder.
Varian. Farisa. It's nice to see you. Varian. She didn't betray us. Are you looking for reasons to redeem her in your eyes, Farisa? She is always going to be an enemy, Farisa. I know that once you were sisters, but I still see glimpses of her as she once was. And there is more to a person than glimpses. If it settles you any, know that I have no plans to hunt or destroy her. The war chief and I spoke at length, and he assures me he has the situation well in hand. And should we not celebrate our victory, let us return home and rejoice. Yes, let's. I'm sure that my children miss me. Farisa, I best go. Varian, thank you. You've settled me. I've been told you wanted to see me, Farisa. Jaina, this was found on the Lich King's corpse. I thought you might want to see it.
What's this? He kept it. All this time, he kept it. I knew. I sensed a part of him still alive, trapped, struggling. Oh, Arthas. Perhaps he might someday remember what he once was. By the light, may he at last find rest, free from the icy grip of that terrible blade.
Arthas was dead. What did it matter if another corpse filled his vacant throne? Sylvanas Windrunner had her vengeance. The vision that had driven her and her people for years had finally been realized. It was over now. A part of her was surprised she was still even around, without his lingering presence always tugging at the back of her mind. She backed away from the throne and slowly turned to survey the cold grey world around her. Her thoughts returned to that place of bliss, her half-remembered glimpse of something. I'm reading that pretty darn quick. Sylvanas felt her spirit reaching a place of calm for the first time in almost a decade. Her weight shifted toward the edge of the drop. She closed her eyes. A lifetime ago, she had not seen her 20th autumn. Yet already young, Sylvanas was the most promising hunter in her family. It wasn't good enough to be the best hunter in her family. She needed to take everyone's breath away as she ventured out. She was so very vain. There are so many. We have only 24 rangers up here. They cannot survive that. They merely need to delay them as we fortify the Sunwell's defense. They will die. There are arrows in the quiver. They must be spent if we are to win this. rightful heirs of Lordaeron, the Lich King's falters. Your will is your own. Are you an outcast now in your own land, or do we embrace the cruel cards of fate that have been dealt to us? We are abandoned, we are forsaken, but when the sun rises tomorrow, the capital will be ours. But what of the humans? The humans will serve their purpose. They believe they are liberating the city. Let them fight on our behalf and spend themselves for our gain. They are arrows in our quiver, and so are you. She thought to herself, arrows I will aim at Arthas's heart. I will not be judged. Not by you, not by anyone. Stay back and stay out of my head. This isn't real. What is this? These visions, are they memories of events that hadn't yet happened? No! Why aren't they fighting? They were all just like me, vain, victorious, and proud. Yes, we were. I am Anhailder, the Caller. Some of our sisters already fought with you. These are my sister battle maidens, and we are the only 9 who remain to serve the Lich King. Did you choose to serve the Lich King? What is this? What are these visions? Visions of the future. Every life leaves a wake in its passing. This is yours. Where have you taken me? I should be dead. You are. I've tasted oblivion before. You're keeping me in limbo. Why? To show you the consequences of your passing, and to offer you a choice. I've made my choice. Your people will perish. Let them perish. I am finished with them. Hush, Agatha. She doesn't know. She must see more. Sylvanas Windrunner, the oblivion you seek is yours. We will not stop you. She is lost. How had she gotten here? She couldn't remember. Had she been killed by Arthas? Had she committed suicide? Had she been sent to judgment by the Falkir? Time was meaningless here. Her whole life seemed not a series of events, but instant. She saw only darkness, and then she felt, truly felt, for the first time in a long while. She recalled in agony, hoped she was, her spirit once again, feeling whole, only to feel it suffer, to feel once more. There were others in the darkness, things she didn't recognize, but because nothing so terrible could exist in the world of the living. Claws tore at her, but she had no mouth in which to scream. Eyes looked at her, but she couldn't look back. She sensed a familiar presence, recognized it, the taunting voice that had only once held her in its grasp. Arthas metaphor here? His essence rushed to her, desperate, then shrank away in horrified recognition. The boy who would be Lich King, just a scared little blonde child, reaping the aftermath of a lifetime of mistakes. If any part of Sylvanas' soul were not at that moment torn and tormented, she might have even felt in the grand landscape of the world, suffering and all the evils of the infinite. I think I'm just going to stop reading this. I'll let you read this now. I can't do it quick enough.